Hello, my name is Justin.
I'm Claudio.
We are Motion City Soundtrack, and you're watching Eric live on the air.
All right, so I am here with
Motion City Soundtrack.
I think you wanted names.
Oh, names. Oh, okay, sorry.
And I know the band.
Okay, sorry. My name is Justin Pierre.
I'm Claudio Rivera.
And we're here at Warped Tour 2013. It is yet again a very hot day, but I'm sure you guys are getting accustomed to this.
Yeah. I mean, the hottest day so far, I'd say, have been, is it
Vegas.
Vegas
Vegas
Phoenix?
was record highs for Vegas. They had there was 30 people went to the hospital or something.
What?
Yeah.
30 people on one date?
Yeah.
That's just not good.
No.
I mean, how hot was it, like, in Vegas when you were there? I heard it was like 115 at some dates.
Yeah. I think it was somewhere up in there. But yeah, this is more like a wet heat, whereas over there it was like a dry heat. So that's the only difference.
Is there really a difference though when you're performing between a wet heat and a dry heat?
I'm gonna end up with a soaked shirt either way.
Yeah, because he works. Whereas me, I'm just lollygagging around. Lollygagging, by the way. It's a word, look it up.
So, you guys have been around the block for a little bit. This is, how many Warped Tours is this for you?
8. This times 2.
Number 8.
Yeah.
8 Warped Tours. So you guys are definitely vets of the experience. You know what to expect. You know this is going to happen a lot. But
You just deal with it. Deal with it. This is fun. So, yeah.
You give in to it. It's like
Let
sun, light sphere, come do your thing.
Yeah. Photosynthesize me.
So, but how has Warped changed throughout the years? I mean, you guys have obviously gotten a little bit older, so your body doesn't recoup as fast, maybe.
What'd you say?
I'm not saying you're old. I'm just saying you're a little bit older than on the first tour, which makes sense. You're at least
there's
8
math
years older.
involved. Yeah, I get it. Okay.
At least 8 years older.
I mean, Warped Tour itself hasn't changed much as far as the people behind the scenes, how it's run, how it's set up, the schedule. Like, all of that is the same from, like, the first time. But the bands are definitely, new.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, this is, and I heard Kevin Lyman say it, this is a newer generation of music. You guys are probably one of the most veteran bands on this tour. Do you like that young energy and everything else that, like, a band like that's playing right now? I don't even know who's playing right now, but this band in the background.
They're actually an older veteron band
I can't
as well.
even tell.
But they're the early November, and they're more our age, right?
Yeah.
Well, I don't even know how old you are.
I'm 53. I'm 53, but I look great for my age.
You do. Honestly, you look the same way as you did when everything was all right.
Stop. Go on. Tell me more. All right.
I will say this.
Yeah.
A lot of the bands, like the new generation bands, like, we hang out with them afterwards, and they always come up, and they're like, dude, we saw Motion City in 2005 or whatever. Like, so it's kind of cool that there's still...
Yeah, there's some intermingling going on.
Well, I remember when I first started doing interviews and everything else, I put in a request for you guys. I was on a college radio station. No. I got seriously denied.
That was someone else's fault.
Yeah, no. That was your publicist. No. This was like when everything is all right. It was like right on the radio. Everything else is going on. I put in a request on a college radio station, and it wasn't that they laughed me off. They basically just gave me a parting gift. They sent me one of your signed CDs.
Nice. Really?
That's how your publicist says sorry.
There's nothing I can do now. It's been too long. Retributions.
It might still be worth something on eBay.
It depends on the album, but
I still like it. It's worth something to me because I still have it on my iTunes.
Okay.
I got it, so I got a free CD out of it, and you guys signed it for me.
All right.
Nice.
You had no idea you signed it for me, but that's fine.
I signed it for. I knew that every signature I did, I put 112% of my heart into it. So yeah, I knew it was going to a good home.
All of them.
Yeah, I do.
Puts, like,
you have to look
special
really
edition.
close though,
Yeah.
because I use a little knife, like a little hobby knife.
So, what is your plan right now you're on this Warped Tour? It's been the first Warped Tour in how many years has it been?
3, I think.
3 years?
2010 was the last time.
So what's the plan moving forward? What do you guys, new music?
Yep. We're writing a record. We have been writing a record for this last year, and we have a lot of songs, and they all have lots of, I'd say, energy. There's a certain amount, like the word I keep thinking of is there's a certain amount of forward momentum with these songs. They just kind of want to move. They want to jab, jib jab. I don't really know what that means, but yeah, it's just really exciting. Right now.
We actually might play one today.
Oh,
Not
yeah.
sure.
Are we
we've
gonna
got one that we tracked and it's mixed and everything. Like we're trying to get it released. Trying to see how that. I don't know what the process is for that, but
What's the name of that track?
Right now we've been calling it Inside Out. I think is that how we've been?
Supposed to jab inside and out?
Yeah,
Yes.
it jabs you inside and jabs you outside. It kind of hits you around the circle and boom, bam, blickety booyow.
Good wording choice.
Thank you. I always like to look at the camera and raise my eyebrow.
Are you guys going to be planning on a headlining tour of your own?
I mean, we're probably, I think eventually we will be doing all of the above. But right now, it's just Warped Tour and then making an album. And then I think the best thing for people to do is if they just go to motioncitysoundtrack.com, check that every few weeks. There will be updates as to what we're doing. But
So, I mean, how do you think it's going to sound? Because you guys obviously have evolved throughout the years. Is it going to be similar to, I'll keep going back to Everything's Alright, because I mean, it's not to say that I don't like your other songs. It's just everyone, when I say Motion City Soundtrack, Everything's Alright. It's like
a couple of the new songs are, I don't want to say angry or even aggressive, but there's definitely like a
More rock?
They're more rockin', a little faster.
and it's hard to tell exactly what anything is going to be because we write songs all over the spectrum, and so I just know that we have a tendency going from album to album to have them shift a little bit in sound, and I can just tell that like I love the album Go, but it is there's a lot of acoustic guitars and it's very pretty. I think that's the word that comes to mind. It's sad and pretty, and I feel like so far these next songs are all going to have a lot of energy and be really kinetic.
Almost.
Yeah, and they're just going to, it's more rock, I think. At least that's that, but I have no idea if that's what it's going to be, but that's how it's feeling right now. We're all really into playing fast and just like...
It's going to be acoustic with flutes and stuff.
Yeah, a lot of flutes, a lot of bassoon, a didgeridoo.
I'm going to let you choose the game.
Oh, Leonard Maltin game?
Game of Thrones.
I don't have that on me.
Okay.
The game is either band superlatives or would you rather. They're both about 10 questions.
I think would you rather.
Would you rather?
Yeah.
All right.
Do you want to go every other one, or do you want to? Sure. Or do you want to?
I gotta hear you guys argue
Okay.
it out. That's the best part. So would you rather?
We have to come up with between us. We have to pick one, or each person.
No,
gets
each one gets
Okay,
one.
All right.
So, would you rather be fluent in every language or master every musical instrument?
I'd rather be fluent in every language.
Yes, I agree. I'll tell you why. Because then you could ask everybody in the world in their native tongues how to learn how to play their instrument. So then you could play all the instruments.
Mastering it.
This guy's smart.
Would you rather feel hot, as in this currently, or cold?
Cold, and I'll tell you why. Because I have heard that this is just in the event that I'm stranded somewhere in the Arctic and I'm freeze to death, that at a certain point that cold is a much better way to die than to be burned alive. So I'm going to go with freeze to death.
I could see that.
I don't think freeze to death was one of the things, but just in the event, I'd rather be cold than hot.
I could see that in the event of death coming.
Mm-hmm.
Cold.
Yep.
Would you rather drink Monster or Red Bull?
I love Monster. I do.
I don't think we're allowed to say the other one.
Oh, that wasn't even, well, no, aside from that, I do.
I like Monster Tour water. When
I'm on the Warped Tour.
When I'm on the Warped Tour, I drink Monster Tour water.
Would you rather eat something chocolate or vanilla flavored?
I'm boring. I love vanilla.
This is a good question. I'm generally a boring guy and like to go plain, but I have a soft spot in my heart for dark chocolate. 95%. Like it tastes like dirt.
Okay, if I'm eating like a jerk, I'm going to have vanilla with root beer. I'm going to make root beer floats like one after another. But if I'm not eating like a jerk, I'd have to go with dark chocolate.
Would you rather play on the East Coast or on the West Coast?
Let's not pick favorites.
Midwest.
Yeah, how about the
Look at
Midwest
you.
Coast?
Yeah.
Can we pick the Midwest Coast?
You could. Ruling is you can pick the Midwest if you'd like.
Oh, good.
How about
This game is
the
easy.
shores of the refreshing waters of Lake Minnetonka?
All right, we'll go with that.
Oh, thank you.
Would you rather be in a relationship or have friends with benefits? You know.
Yeah, here's our answers.
Well, see, now, last year I did ask that question, and somebody that was engaged said one night stand.
Oh, geez.
So,
Idiot. I don't know who that was, but
I also said, do you like blondes or brunettes? His girlfriend, fiance, was blonde, and he said brunette.
man, that's
He was
two
not
for two. That's not good.
two
Yeah.
and trying to get divorced. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Would you rather drink beer or liquor?
Neither.
We don't drink.
We're squares.
I mean, if I want to kill myself faster, I'd say liquor.
Liquor makes it quicker,
Yeah,
is what I've
right.
heard.
No.
I don't drink really either, so I'm with you. Be able to fly or read people's minds?
Ooh, flying.
Fly. Yeah, because I don't think I think you'd want to know, but then you wouldn't want to know. You know what I mean? Like,
You can always fly into secrets or conversations they're having.
Real quick. Well, my whole thing was like, I'd like to fly so that like, oh, I want to go to Japan. Boom, I'm there. You know, like that would be awesome. Not
You
having
could
to.
fly at like super speed.
Well, that's what I would do.
You should have specified.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you could fly at super speed if you're flying. Then what the hell? Date someone with big tits or a nice ass?
Oh, wow.
I don't even know how like to answer this.
Are you, is this for Howard Stern? What's going on?
Yeah, I would say I would and have dated someone who I eventually married, who is the greatest person on earth. So I'll go with that.
Good answer.
Yeah.
Very nice. All right, you, the single one.
You know what? I enjoy having a good time, holding hands, going to the movies. The rest of the stuff doesn't matter.
Would you rather wear Vans or Converse?
Vans.
Only he's.
Oh, sorry.
Only he's actually repping it. So, would you rather travel back in time or go to the future?
I like going back to the future myself.
Back to the future. So basically, you like to come back to where you are.
Yeah.
Right? So
Ooh.
you would have to go back in time. because
Right.
then you-
So both.
Gosh,
Wild
I don't
West.
know.
Well, basically, would you
I
rather
really
meet
like
somebody from your past or your future?
No, I hope, knock on plastic, that I'll eventually get to the future. But I would say there's so many things. Like, I'd love to experience like the 70s as far as like the films that went on there, the 20s as far as the literature and like everybody that wrote in that period, the 40s for all the Pulp Fiction and everything. Like, I feel like there's so many different things I'd like to experience that I probably want to go back in time.
However, no internet.
But that's fine because I barely know how to use it as is.
That's
so
true.
I haven't adapted.
You haven't adapted yet?
I mean, yeah, minimally. I'd say like I'm the. What percentage of internet savvy would you say I
I'd say your DNA is made of 0.00001% internet.
Okay. I do know how to I know how to like something on Facebook. I know how to repost something on Twitter. I know how to Instagank. No, sorry. I don't know. I saw somebody say that once and it made me laugh. Hi. How you doing? Is this game over?
This game is actually over.
Thank you.
So thank